as we are recording, gentlemen, a press release was released today, this afternoon, in regards to WWE and the partnership with ESPN. ESPN and WWE announced today that WWE Premium Live events will debut on ESPN platforms beginning September 20th, which is earlier than previously announced. The first pay-per-view or premium live event to kick off on ESPN's partnership will be the first ever WrestlePalooza on Saturday, September 20th, live from the Cambridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is the host city of the 2025 Royal Rumble, which set events all-time attendance record. So, guys, Jimmy, man, WrestlePalooza, that's an oldie but goodie there from ECW. I don't know if it has any correlation with that, seeing that this has just been released today. But they're making strides here with this new partnership.
Yeah, and again, starting earlier than anticipated, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Using the name WrestlePalooza, it's going to get people talking and wondering what's happening. Is there going to be an ECW influence on this pay-per-view or PLE or whatever? It's going to be interesting. I know it's going to be close to someone's hometown there. It's not far from you. Is that Daniel?
Yeah, it's an hour and 50 minutes north of me. So, yeah, not
Oh,
too
that's
far at
not
all.
bad. That's not a bad drive. You know, the only problem is, will they find a chair for you? Because I don't know, they couldn't find one for Bret Hart, but would they find one?
Ooh. This just in, Bret Hart says WWE does not appreciate him. Just this then.
Yeah, but they put him in the first ever match into the Hall of Fame, but they don't appreciate him. Anyways, yeah, it's interesting. This is going to be the first pay-per-view on the new format at ESPN, which makes Clash in Paris the last WWE branded, not NXT, but WWE branded PLE on the Peacock here in the US, where Jimmy, everything is on Netflix for Jimmy. That is not changing.
Tariffs are coming, brother.
We need a VPN sponsorship. That's what we need. What happened to Jimmy? We lost him.
Well, it must be a
Just
raccoon.
Those tariffs got
As soon as you mentioned tariffs, and the screen went out.
Cease and desist.
I think this is great. I'm excited. I mean, there was a rumor that it was going to be there already, that this is going to be a show. I tell you what, WWE is going all out on this show with ESPN.
I was going to ask you, Daniel, two questions.
Yeah.
So that date is the same date as All Out, correct?
That's the rumor and innuendo, correct?
Okay, I didn't know how you were balling All Out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then not only that, where in Indianapolis is this?
I'm assuming it's going to be in the
Fieldhouse, I think.
Fieldhouse where the Pacers play.
Okay.
In that arena. I mean, I don't think it'll be in Lucas Oil. I don't think they're going to go that big.
It didn't say.
It's not. It's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the Fieldhouse, which I can't remember if it's Baker's Life or what the new name of it is. Cambridge.
Oh, crap. Cambridge. That's what it is.
Yeah, Cambridge Fieldhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where the Pacers play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
which is a great arena, by the way.
So now, do we have the juggling of what time the All Out pay-per-view, if it is innuendo, like you said, is on the same day?
Well,
it
as
is
of right
on the same
now,
day.
they haven't WWE announced it's at 7:00 that show. So I'm assuming All Out was originally scheduled for the evening. Do they move it up like they did All In Texas? They moved that up, but then there was counter programming on top of that. So we'll see what happens. With the if they decide to move it. I think AEW be smart and move it at an earlier show. Why not? And that's up there in the Great White North in Toronto with Jimmy. Jimmy will not be there though. But
why not?
Well, I don't think he's invited.
Probably not.
Well, doesn't mean he can't go.
Well, I mean, I think Jimmy would go. Jimmy would go if he was.
No,
let's
I
put it
would.
this way: if Jimmy got invited, 100% he would go.
Would you, Jimmy?
Well, I would be skeptical as to who, and it depends on who invites and why. Like if it came from someone like Adam Cope, then okay. But if it came from someone like Dax, I don't think I'm going.
Or even Chimmel,
Oh.
right?
Well, Chimmel could be setting me up without knowing it. That's how smart Chimmel is. Somebody could walk up to him and say, "Hey, Chimmel, invite your buddy there, man." "Oh, yeah, yeah, I'll invite him. Why not?" "Yeah, we'll go out and grab something to eat." "Yeah, right." Guess who's serving up lunch?
Dax.
Mm.
And you'd be
Oh.
catering.
Yeah, no, I would be the catering.
That's what I mean.
But something else that you were rumor and innuendo, Jimmy, is Chris Jericho's contract with AEW is up at the end of the year. Scuttlebutt is, if you see it on the internet, it's got to be true, is he might be going back to WWE, allegedly. What do you think? Do you think is any truth to that, do you think?
Well, if his deal is up at the end of the year, for Chris not to consider it is, I think Chris is a smart guy. He's one of the smartest guys in the business. He knows how to market himself, which is what he did for what was it? What is it now? 5, almost 6 years now with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Him going back to WWE, I think it would be something, a little bit of closure for him. He was there at a time during a different era, different boss. There's a little bit of a different feel under Triple H. A little bit, actually, it's a lot of it of a different feel under Triple H. And, maybe taking his rightful place in the Hall of Fame eventually, whatever the case may be. But whatever decision he makes, he's got to be. I don't think he has anything left to prove in AEW. There's nothing more he can contribute there. And it's not a knock on Chris. Don't get me wrong. It's not a knock on Chris. It's just that what more can he do there to help them out?
I
The
agree,
only
Jimmy.
problem is if he leaves, again, the perception amongst the internet wrestling community is, oh no, there goes another one.
Well, that would be
Very
the
true.
first thing they say. They did the same to the Cody, and I'm sure it's going to happen again.
My biggest thing is, Jimmy, and basically I'm piggybacking off what you said, only because RJ always gives you the first swing. Um, um,
I'm old, so I go to bed early. That's why I think.
Okay, he just wants to make sure you're sticking the whole show. Gotcha.
It's called good cop, bad cop. Come on.
Gotcha. But I think Jericho, once again, yes, Jimmy, you're right, is one of the smartest guys the industry's probably ever seen. Not only that, but he's careful with his body. He's careful with moves. Just I mean, gosh, the guy's done it all. There's nothing to prove. But you know what? I don't know how long he thinks he has or how long, he has total. But I can tell you right now, what way to finish your career on the biggest stage in the world of professional wrestling, which he so deserves. I'm sure because, like you said, he's so smart. He and the WWE would figure a good way for him to go out where it would make sense, make him look good, and draw money.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it was always going to be Jericho end his career in WWE. Why would he not? Right? I mean,
Yep.
Just a matter of when, and if he does feel like the end of his career is coming soon, why not go to WWE and finish up there? But yeah, I mean, I also think that there's a lot of issues with with maybe creative there at the other place. So maybe he's like, I'm ready to return now. So who knows?
It is pretty crazy.
The wheels are turning, as you know, with me. What can I can't help myself sometimes.
Well,
make you sure already you write
have
it
down. Making sure you write it down so you don't forget.
Jimmy, you already have a program.
Well, maybe not a program, but a way to re-debut him back into the WWE, very similar to how he debuted the first time. Have the final boss in the ring. No, have the final boss. Yeah, have the countdown clock with the final boss in the ring, and then all of a sudden you hear it, break the walls down. And then instead of playing his old music, go right into Judas.
That'd be cool.
And just have him standing on the stage with his arms out, just like he debuted in WWE many years ago.
He'd have to have his hair in a bun too. Not bun, but the ponytail gimmick.
Well, why not?
I don't know. I don't know if you want to go that far.
Well, I'm also talking to two guys that don't have hair. You get that, don't you, Daniel?
Yep, I got it.
Gotta love it. One thing I wanted to touch on briefly before we get over to our referee review this week, Brian, somebody that, well, I guess you and Daniel both worked with this gentleman at TNA. There is Ace Austin made his debut with AEW this past Saturday on Collision. Man, I really hope they do a lot with him.
Well, they started out with a bang on his back, kind of like they do with all TNA talent that ends up going there. But I'm with you, RJ. I do hope they do something special with him because he's a special guy in the ring. I mean, he really is. And as far as I'm concerned, he's never done anything to me. He was also a backstage guy I loved hanging out with, loved chatting it up with. I never understood that all that working out or whatever that stuff's called, where you, I think it was, Dan, you can help me. Was it DDP yoga? I think that's what
it was. DDP yoga. Yeah, it was DDP yoga. Yep.
And that stuff was insane that him and a bunch of the other guys would get together. It was, I couldn't name exactly who all the time because there was a bunch of different guys that would do it. But he's just a amazing athlete, and AEW hopefully will know what they have in their hands. The match was great with him and Ricochet. But I mean, why do that with Ricochet just to have him lose? You made him not feel special at all and kind of killed him. And when he came out, if you notice, guys, they were like the hottest free agent on the market. And then bury him. I don't know. I don't know how
they did the same thing with Josh.
And has Josh won a match on AEW?
Singles? I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't
think so. Maybe in multiple.
Right now, Josh. I know we're getting off the topic of Ace Austin, but right now, what's going on with Josh? He has become the enhancement talent to not the stars, the mid carders. They throw him in multi-man matches now, and he's the fall guy. Yeah. And I don't understand that one bit. And with Ace Austin's debut, again, the same thing. You're making a big deal out of this debut, and what happens? We're in church now.
Yeah.
There you go. A fart in church. That's what happened. You can't start off. You have to make if you're going to debut a highly touted free agent and you're making a lot of noise about him and trying to tell everybody this guy's a big deal, show that he's a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. Well, why not? Jimmy, let me ask you a question. What does it hurt to have him with someone that doesn't matter he beats? Just to put him over, showcase him, and let him raise his card and his little cane and all that, just to make him feel something like, what did this do for him? It made me not give a shit about him.
It just made him feel like, oh, yeah, they signed another talent. Great.
And for all the fans that had not known who he was, they still don't know who he is and don't even care about him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too, Brian. You hit the nail on the head there. When you're introducing someone new who some of your audience or maybe a lot of your audience may not be familiar with, you want them to have a good showing. Now, I get the whole premise of you don't have to go over to get over. We all know that. But at the same time, this is the debut.
Mm-hmm.
This is the debut. So you have to have him, like you said, it didn't have to be against Ricochet. And if it was against Ricochet, what does it hurt him to lose? Because he hasn't, what has he done lately?
Right.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, you know, everybody's touting him coming in. You're talking about a free agent who came in with a lot of hype. They debuted him in that gauntlet match that meant absolutely nothing. And all he's done now is pulled out a pair of scissors and just walk around going, aha.
Did you say scissors?
Caesars.
They're French. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. Hopefully he'll get a good push here coming up. But guys, why don't we do this? Send it up to our Refin review right here on Refin It Up.
This is Refin Review.
Welcome back to our Refin review right here on Refin It Up. Jimmy, man, I wanted to get your thoughts on the Extreme Rules match this past Monday between Jay Uso and Braun Breaker. Or was it Braun Breaker, right?
Yes.
Okay. What did you get out of that match between those two?
Okay, other than the fact that I thought they had a good match for an Extreme Rules match, in Philly. I know people expected more, but there was this part in the match. Of course, this is ref and review, so I have to talk about the ref, and it's our good friend Chad Patton. Uh, okay, during the match, Jey Uso went under the ring and threw what, like about a dozen chairs in the ring. I mean, every
Yes.
time he pulled one out and threw it in the ring, the crowd went yeet. Pulled out another one, threw it in, yeet. Pulled out another. That was great. You get the crowd participation, the whole bit. Then, as he got back in the ring, they went into a spot. Jay covered Braun Breaker. Chad counted 1, 2, kick out. The only problem was Chad was counting on a steel chair. He was hitting his hand on a steel chair. And after Braun kicked out, nothing. He didn't sell it. He didn't sell his hand. I mean, those chairs are not supposed to be. They're solid. Give us a little inclination like these damn things hurt.
I agree, Jimmy. I agree. The only thing I will say, because Daniel has taught me something on this here show, is that how many of the casual fans really even care whether he sold it or not, even though it's a small detail that could put over the steel chair, that could put over, the fact that, hey, I'm smacking a chair. I agree with you. It is something that could have been done. It could have easily been done, and it wouldn't have been over the top. Like, oh my god, just to hit it. Shit, that hurt. Hit. Oh fuck, that hurt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Just grab your hand. That's all. Just grab it.
Yeah, just grab it. Or squeeze your fists for a minute or whatever.
Well, squeezing the fist. Never mind.
Kayfabe, bro. Kayfabe.
No, I agree with that. I think a little selling there. I do think that's why Cole and Graves, and they put it over big when he did it. Chad just counting on the chair, like he didn't even move the chairs out of the way. He just counted. Which, granted, you could also have done that, just move them out of the way and count it. That could have been probably made that spot even better. But yeah, just acknowledge that you could even just did this one little. Oh, you see what I'm doing? I'm doing this, like hitting my hand, flinching,
right, flinching,
my hand, like ow, whatever. Just enough on that, but he's a tough cookie, man. He's a tough cookie.
Yeah, man, tough cookie.
So, that's it. Great match though, phenomenal.
It was. It was
a
a
really good match,
and that didn't take anything away from it. We're referees, and we're just calling out small details that can enhance it.
I was more upset. I mean, Jimmy was upset with that, and I get it, but I was more upset with the ref pull and then the sell, and then when he came back in, he was like he never wet pulled, never was hurt. So I was more upset with that than I was.
Okay, just out of curiosity, was one of his shoes pulled off?
Yes, it was.
So why didn't Bronson Reed take it and put it around his neck?
I thought the same thing. He took it and threw it at him. But then later Chad put it back on. I would have just kept the shoe off.
I would have too.
Fun fact, at TNA, I actually got my shoe. This happened. And I remember it was in Dallas a couple years ago. It was during an X Division match, and my shoe actually popped off in doing a spot. It just slipped out. I just knocked it out of the ring and just ref the rest of the match with only one shoe.
I've had my shoes untied during a match without knowing it.
Shout out to Owen Hart. Rest in peace.
Yeah. The late great Owen Hart untied my shoes a couple of times, and I still to this day don't know how he did it.
By the way, speaking of late great people, what about Tommy Dreamer? How about that line?
Oh, late great Tommy Dreamer. Hey, according to Paul Heyman, he's not dead, but he should be.
And here's the last thing I'll say on that. As Daniel would say, I had a little rumor as to why the chair was. I mean, not chair. Good God, Brian. The shoe was not taken.
Oh,
there was an odor that he could not stand.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say that he only takes Jordans, and those were not Jordans; those were New Balances. So that's probably why he didn't do it.
Oh, okay. We know rumors start.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they would have taken Earl's shoes.
Oh, they smell like sweet butterflies, sweet Georgia cream.
On that note, why don't we go to our there's your pocket Earl. But Daniel, man, we saw Masha Slamovich as the special guest referee last night, or excuse me, well, yeah, this past Tuesday on NXT. Just want to get your thoughts. Obviously, you've worked with her quite a bit there in TNA. What were your thoughts? Any critiquing there for Masha?
Referees trying to, you're in the indies, you're doing stuff, you want to know how to ref. Watch Masha, because she actually ref better than half of these people on the indies. I was so proud of her. She was at the shoulders. She was at, there were spots where she went all the way in position to count, and I'm going, are you kidding me? Her cadence were great. Her falsies were even great. And you could tell the timing of a one break spot where she goes down and she kind of gets in position, takes her time to get in position before she counts to allow the other talent to get in the position so they can break the count. I was blown away. And I know she was given time cues because I could tell, but from an overall perspective, like if you were watching, you would never know she was given time cues. She also threw out personal concierge, which I love throwing him out. So I'm also excited about that. She did a great job throwing him out, and he deserves to be thrown out. At first, I thought I was going to be mad because I thought she saw the heat spot, and I was like, oh no, but she ended up throwing him out, she was supposed to see it. So you know what? And she was distracted when she needed to be distracted. So round of applause, Masha. Amazing job,
definitely
amazing job. If this wrestling thing doesn't work out, we got a spot for you. You can always ref.
All right, wait 1 second before we continue.
Yep.
Is this a spot where Daniel gets to put himself fucking over? Did you do it? Did you work with her at all? Please, if you say yes, I swear to God.
I work with her a lot in the.
Oh no!
Hold on. I work with her all the time.
Let him finish.
So I'm just maybe she's just watch what I do. That's all.
Oh.
Oh.
Or maybe she went back and watched some old SmackDown tapes. I don't know.
Right. Go ahead.
Go ahead
and lift your pocket Earl back up. Lift your pocket Earl back up. Come on, let me see him.
I mean, maybe she does like me and she goes back and watches Earl matches.
You know what I liked most about it? You covered it all, Daniel. You covered it completely. You were very precise and very exact in your analysis of her job as a special guest referee. What I liked most was she wasn't a zombie.
Right.
Like we talk about not being noticed. You're the referee. You're supposed to be invisible until you're supposed to be visible. Obviously, her as a special guest referee, people are going to notice her anyways, but she didn't take away from the match.
Right.
If you know what I mean. And she showed a sense of urgency on false finishes, getting in there, like you said, and getting in position. Hell of a job.
Last thing I'll say, because I'm excited about bringing Justin in, which he is in our green room right now. I don't know what kind of food RJ set up with him for this, but anyway, most wrestlers that get into that role of being a referee, it's so hard, so different for them, and they always freeze up and just look unnatural. She did a great job of that, looked natural, and looked like she was about to take Daniel's job with a few more matches. So, good hoots to her.
I sent her a text and let her know she freaking killed it as a ref last night, and let her know I was so impressed. And
nice.
So it's hey, again, if for whatever reason, I think she's got a long career in this wrestling thing, but if for some reason she decides she wants to hang up the boots, we can put on some ref shoes and have at it. So.
She wouldn't be the first worker to go into the striped shirts. That's for sure.
That's definitely true.